Holy shit. Holy shit. Hi friends, how are you today? I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Thank you. Jesus, I looked away and it fucked up the whole thing, so let's start over, okay. Hi friends, how are you today? I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Okay, let's address some things real quick. I know you guys are gonna point out to me in the comments. Yes, my snowboards are gone. They're outside in the freaking living room because I need to get them waxed. I bought a new board today. It's a fucking K2... I don't know. It's a K2 board. I need to get it waxed, and I was like, why don't I just take my arbor out and get it waxed too? My boards are gone, they're outside. Anyway, so today we're gonna be talking about something that I wanted to talk about for a long time, which is a series of videos called the Cartels. It is a bunch of disturbing, shocking videos on the internet, things like Funky Town Gore, or the High video, or Two Guys, One Chainsaw. This is the folder under my documents. This is what it's under, you know what I mean? Like, this is... How do I explain this? You got a tree, okay? You got a tree, okay? And the branches of this tree, if the tree is named the Cartels, these videos are the branches. You know what I'm saying? Like this, you got it. All right, next, we're moving on. Now, Two Guys, One Chainsaw was a video I saw when I was a kid, and then I recently rewatched it about a couple months ago to really get a grasp on like the details of this video and exactly what was going on. I remember this being on, I can't even say that website's name because it doesn't exist, right? I've never been on LiveLeak. I don't know what the fuck that is. But it was a video going around on different shock sites and stuff. This is one of the very few videos that I just haven't seen exploited. What I mean by that is like there isn't many people just putting this on the internet. Like, this is kind of just a contained video, and I would love to keep it that way, so please don't do that. But Two Guys, One Chainsaw is a shock execution video from Mexico, obviously. Why did I even say that? The video was called The Cartels. Like, these are obviously Mexican videos. Anyway, we're gonna move on. So the video is basically an execution video for an uncle and a nephew pair. They're sitting down against a wall with their hands behind their back, and they're shirtless, and they are just kind of sitting there and they're answering questions in Spanish, and then all of a sudden a fucking dude with a chainsaw comes onto the screen, and literally before even revving it, well, this is what is so fucked with it, is because he puts it to his neck. He puts the chainsaw to, I believe it's the nephew. I believe it's the nephew, the younger one. He puts the chainsaw to his neck, and then he starts to rev it. The dude knew it was coming. Well, obviously he saw the fucking chainsaw, he knew it was coming. But he knew it was coming, but he didn't start. Like, he didn't like rev it and then go into it like a fucking, like you would a pine tree. He just went, he went, like it. It's such a crazy thing to see. Like, just that little subtle difference in how the execution was done made it that much more brutal, at least to me. Obviously, he was fully decapitated. There was blood everywhere. The blood got all onto the uncle. I'm assuming he looks older. Then a man comes onto screen with the dullest knife I have ever had the displeasure of seeing, and starts sawing his head off with a very, very, very dull blade. And it's very, I'm gonna reenact it real quick because it's in my head and I can't explain it to you without reenacting it. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm so tired. He's sitting there like this, right? And he's looking up, and he is clearly not even fazed by the fact that his nephew just got his head chopped off with a fucking chainsaw. Mostly because probably he's accepted his fate and he knows that he's going to die. So like, it's really no point in being sad for someone you're going to see in literally 2 seconds. So he's sitting there like this, and there's blood on him, obviously, from, you know, the chainsaw. And the dude walks up behind him and grabs his head, his hair, he's bald, his head, and just moves it back and just takes a knife and just does this. He does this. That's how he's cutting his head off. He doesn't like, I don't know how to cut off a head, but I'm assuming it's not like this. You know what I mean? Like, and it was going in very slowly. That's how I knew that the knife was very, very dull. Not only is he getting his head chopped off, he is also choking on his own blood, because obviously if you're doing this, you're cutting in very, very slowly. Blood is then seeping into your esophagus, and you are literally suffocating on your own blood while your head is being chopped off. Now, if you ask me, I don't know who had the worst of this deal, but that is... It's probably one of the most well-known and fucked up videos on the internet, without going more into the videos we're gonna cover in a little bit. However, this was a gang affiliation thing. Obviously, it's under the umbrella of the Cartels. However, this was one cartel versus another. And as the research that I've done shows that these two men that were executed, the nephew and the uncle, they were both gunners. for like the I don't know how to explain this without using military jargon. On the convoy, right? Like a convoy, and there's a truck with a gun, or like there's guns on the back of these trucks, and they're the gunmen. Holy fuck. How is this affecting me right now? And at the end of the actual video, because you can find different versions of these videos with the ending cut off or the beginning cut off, going right into the action per se. But in the actual true ending of the video, there is a message that is displayed in red text that reads, "Esto les va a pasar a todos los dedos toretos." Fuck, I fucked that up. Let me do it again. "Esto les va a pasar a todos los dedos toretas," which means this will happen to all turret fingers. Now, I'm assuming that is the warning to other cartels about this is what's gonna happen if we catch your Humvee folk lacking. You know, I don't know, but that is basically Two Guys, One Chainsaw in a nutshell. This is where I'm gonna plug an ad if I had one, but I don't because I'm not a sellout yet. But I'm gonna plug myself right now. Down in the description below, there is a donation link for a charity that goes towards children's hospitals. I did this on Twitch for a long time, but I decided to focus more on YouTube, so I don't stream there anymore. But now the donation is permanently in my description below. Oh my god, I can't fucking talk. But it is in the description below, so if you want to be a good person, I'm gonna guilt trip the fuck out of you. If you want to be a good person, you're gonna donate to these kids, okay? There's a freaking download link for children's hospitals in the link. Go donate to that, okay? That's my ad for today. I don't have ads, but that is my ad. Also, if you're a snowboard company and you want to freaking donate to me or sponsor me, boom, your board will be there forever. Okay. Duckpack 51 is the video that I explained on TikTok and is the one that went viral June 4th, 2021. It opens up with a girl and she is dancing for about 3 to 4 seconds. Fucking what's his name? It is then violently cut off and then it is replaced by a execution video of 19-year-old Adolfo Bellucci. Okay, so this video was originally uploaded by a TikTok user named MayanGG03, and it is hilarious because this dude uploaded this video knowing what he uploaded, and then knowing the consequences of what he uploaded it anyway. The video then went viral, and then he's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble with this. He took the video down when it already had like multiple millions of likes, and then TikTok was like, fuck you, and just banned him. And this is actually the only time I actually applaud TikTok for taking action, because most of the time they don't take action against the stupidest shit. They took action with this guy by actually, moderators of TikTok actually investigated MayanGG03 into who he was and if he was behind like what happened in this video. They actually did a full investigation. They went fucking FBI on this guy. Thumbs up and hats off to TikTok for doing that. So with the execution video, he is sitting in a kind of like a fetal position, looking up at the camera. He is surrounded by 3 people in what looks like a locker room or a storage area or a shower stall of some sort, and they are just hovering over him and beating him and also taunting him at the same time, calling him things like puto or pio, which is predominantly used for males because it is a masculine word. I don't need to give you a Spanish lesson. I'm assuming you guys already know what I'm talking about. Holy fuck, can I stop stuttering for a second? Now, while there is graphic violence, graphic mutilation, they do, like, you know, almost cut off his head. They don't fully behead him in this video, but it is known that this poor man's body was being used by the cartel in a game with the police called, holy shit, in a game with the police down in Morelos, Mexico called... So for a little bit of context, right? I lived in a town called Alamogordo, New Mexico. It's about an hour and 20 minutes north of the Mexican border down by El Paso, Texas. I made a really good friend there, and he is from Delicias, Chihuahua, Mexico. He escaped the gang life from down there, and he told me exactly like what these gangs were doing with the police and with each other. One of the things that he told me, and I remember it very vividly, is that he told me about a game called the puzzle game. Now, the puzzle game isn't what he called it. That is what I call called it because I'm just stupid and I can't remember things. But the puzzle game is basically where the gang will kidnap a rival cartel member or kill a rival cartel member, and they will chop him up into pieces, scatter his pieces throughout the city. In this case, it is Morelos. Put the decapitated head and mutilate it to the point where it is unidentifiable, and put it in front of the police station and wait. The police then walk outside, see the decapitated head, and that incites the puzzle game, or what I call the puzzle game, because the police cannot identify the victim because his face is so badly mutilated. So what they have to do is search the entire city for his missing body parts to put the puzzle back together to figure out who this person is. That is why it's called, or I call it, the puzzle game. Now, poor Rodolfo here was sadly a victim of this game way down in Morelos, Mexico. So that's pretty much it for Duck Pack 51. Oh, actually, that's not it for it. It's called Duck Pack 51 because that is the original blog post that this video was put under, and then afterwards it was stitched to this TikTok video of this girl dancing, and that is why this video is infamous now, because it was originally on a blog post. Somebody copied it and then, or saved it, and then saved the video of this girl dancing and mashed them together and put them on TikTok. That is why this video is as big as it is. Of course, you never want to see someone die, and you never want to see someone tortured, so that's also, you know what I'm trying to say. God damn it. Now, this video actually didn't only go viral on TikTok. This exact video of the girl dancing and then it cuts to Adolfo's murder went viral on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, fucking everywhere that there was media sharing. This video was there, and it was getting a lot of traction because obviously it is a very fucking disturbing video and people don't know how to react to that, right? So they accidentally either like it, which boosts his popularity up, and all I'm saying is don't fucking do that because this can carry a criminal charge with it. So if you're looking at trying to find your 15 minutes of fame, don't do something like this because you can go to fucking jail. So we're moving on now to the next video, which is probably the most infamous video on this list. Click close. So Funky Town Gore is one of the most infamous gore videos ever out there, and some people even claim it to be the most disturbing one out there. Funky Town Gore is a 2-minute and 50-second video of a man being, for lack of a better term, tortured. So the video opens up and this man is tied down with an extension cord, while they're in the background there is the song Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses playing in the background, which then transitions into Funky Town, which is why this video is named Funky Town Gore. When you first get a glimpse of this man, he has his hands completely cut off but tied down still. His arms are still tied down. He has no eyes, and also his face is completely skinned, and he is laying in a pool of blood while he is screaming and gargling in pain. He is also drugged beforehand to keep him alive longer, so that also plays into the part of why he's still alive when he has no hands, eyes, or his face, because he has obviously lost a lot of blood. Now, at some point during the video, the man manages to get his arm free, and he goes up to touch his face. However, as I explained before, he doesn't have a hand or eyes or a face, so he is just there like this, and is probably one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. And while this is happening, he is also having his neck skinned, because there is a man with a box cutter being very gentle, skinning the skin off of his neck. Now, why I think he is going so carefully is because they don't want to sever his jugular artery and completely kill him outright. They want to savor the pain. I don't know why these guys are just fucking Cenobites all of a sudden. At the end of the video, they end up slashing his neck with a box cutter. However, he does not die on camera. He does die later on though, obviously, but you do not see his death on camera. There's a lot of speculation that this video is actually a clip of a longer video that is located on the dark web, but there is no proof that that video even exists. There's no talks about it. There's nothing about it. All that exists is this little bit of information that we have about this case, because the people who are torturing this man are unnamed and unidentifiable, and also the man being skinned alive is also unidentifiable. Hi was a video that I referenced on TikTok about a month or two ago about the decapitated soccer head. It's the one that Howie Mandel duetted or stitched. That was really weird, because like people would usually be like, that's so cool, but like it was such a weird thing to happen, because I knew what video he was talking about. Like his like, is this COVID related video? I knew what that was. It was just like, why would you do that? That's so awkward. I'm an awkward person. The less people that know my face, the better. That's all I gotta say. So Hi is the follow-up video to Funky Town Gore, although they are not officially connected yet. People have speculated and picked apart like the background and the people in the videos, that these videos are connected or by the same people. So we're gonna go ahead and explain this video now. Hi is a 3-minute long video, and it opens up with a man holding a heart that he just cut out of a person, and for some reason it is still beating. It is unknown that this man is making it beat manually or it is actually still beating on its own, because obviously it is separated from a body. In the background you can make out the shapes of other people, and what it looks like they're doing is that they're cutting up another person. Holy shit. And then the guy who was holding the heart goes up and takes the decapitated head and then starts playing soccer with it, and everyone around the room starts laughing. And yeah, the guy who was holding the beating heart then goes off frame for a second, comes back with a fully decapitated head, and he starts playing soccer with it to the amusement of all of his friends around him, who are then cutting up, who are like pausing from cutting up this other person. The final shot of this video is that they finish dismembering a person and they then arm wrestle with his dismembered hand or arm, and fuck. And then it goes down to show a literal river of blood. That is how much blood is coming out of these two people, while these people laugh extremely hard in the background, and the video just fucking ends. That last shot is what people think is the nail in the coffin to linking the Funky Town Gore video and this video together, because when it pans down to look at the river of blood, the room is very eerily similar to the room in Funky Town Gore. So I'm not one for conspiracy theories, or yes I am. I'm a very huge, I love conspiracy theories, especially the ones that are fucking weird. I love those. But anyway, I'm not one for like just feeding into conspiracy theories and say like these are connected, but the proof is in the pudding. I've never said that until just now, so I don't know why the fuck I said that. I'm not gonna say it is or it isn't, but it is what it is, I guess. Holy shit. The very last video in the Cartels fucking umbrella here. This video is in fact not sponsored by Adidas. It's a clickbait title, and I mean that in the literal sense. Like, the title of the video is a clickbait title, yet it's not, because it'll make sense in a second. It's more of like the bait and switch sites, you know, like you're clicking on something because you think it's sponsored by Adidas, and then it ends up being this video. That's what I'm trying to get at. So the video opens up with a man who is obviously linked to the cartel, is tied up and wearing nothing but his underwear, and he's laying on the floor. Now another man comes up with a big hunting knife and just cuts him open. His guts spill all over the floor, and he's crying and he's screaming, and you can see his lungs inflating and deflating with his breathing. And then the man with the hunting knife cuts a piece of his lung or his heart out and eats it in front of him while he is still alive. The reason the video is called sponsored by Adidas is because the man who did all of these heinous things is wearing a hat with the Adidas logo very apparent on it. I can't really give you too much background on this video, like when it was uploaded, like who was in the video and stuff like that. There isn't really much information regarding the background of this video on the internet, but I can tell you that this video is just as fucked up as the other ones, as Funky Town Gore and High, so it's not too far off to say that this is done, if not by the same people, by the same gang, or cartel, if you will. So there you have it. Those are 4 of the most disturbing videos you can find on the internet. No, they're not on the dark web. No, they did not originate on the dark web. These originated from shock sites such as 4chan, or not, 4chan isn't a shock site, but you know, certain parts of 4chan are. Reddit, Twitter, freaking, what's that one that doesn't exist? You know what I'm talking about? Live Leak, that's it. You don't know about it, I don't know about it, but it was there apparently. How can it appear on a video on a thing that doesn't exist? So thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate it very much. Like I said before, the link to donate to children's hospitals is down below in my description. If you are a snowboard dealer and you want to give me a snowboard, I will very happily display it there for a year, or until I leave, or until you tell me to take it down. It will be there. Send me 2, so one can be back there and one I could be using. Okay, I'm such a sellout sack of shit. Again, thank you guys so much for supporting me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all the love you're showing me on TikTok and here on YouTube. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it's next week. I'm sorry, my work schedule is really fucked. I'm working graveyard shift right now, so getting off time to actually research this is very hard. But anyway, I'll do my best to put a new video up here soon, or get it to Jazz as soon as possible. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys later.